You're watching coverage of the 30th Pan-Pacific Conference from the Sandton Convention Center in Johannesburg. My name is Dupree Strauss, and right now with me I have Jabulane Mabuza, Chairman of Telecom SA. Thank you very much for joining us.
Thanks, Dupree.
So, Mr. Mabuza, you just came out of a session that revolved around the topic of optimizing economic development drivers. Now, looking at this topic from your field of expertise, which is telecom in South Africa, what are your thoughts of the issues that were touched upon in this session?
I don't think it would be right for me to claim telecom's expertise. I'm just a taxi driver chairing the telecom board.
That's a nice job for a taxi driver.
Yes, I was asked to speak on tourism as an economic driver. I do have a small background from travel and tourism. The last 15 odd years I have worked in South Africa's largest tourism and travel company, the Tsogosan Group, which I've had the honor of its chief executive until end of 2011. When I've retired from executive office. But also I've been on the board of South African Tourism for 9 years, ended last May, and the last six of those years I was chairman of the South African Tourism Board. So I'm also a member of the World Travel and Tourism Council, which is a body of chief executives from travel companies all over the world, whose task has been to try and champion the cause for our business, our industry. Spending a lot of time, the last 5 years we spent a lot of time doing some work with Oxford University on a research that was seeking to benchmark travel and tourism against many industries with the purpose of making the point to policymakers, to governments, that tourism has got a bigger impact than most industries. Tourism and travel, a dollar spent on tourism and travel yields more than a dollar spent on other industries. As an example, for every dollar you spend on tourism and travel, you get $3.2 in return. Every dollar you spend on other industries, you get 2.7. So there's half a dollar more yield out of this. The impact on the GDP, the impact on jobs. In some instances, travel and tourism creates 6 times the number of jobs that automotive manufacturing creates, as an example. So it is more to say, as you pass policies as governments, an example, you decide you're going to have an airport departure tax. We have done an exercise looking at the UK as an example to say, to generate 54 million pounds, you're going to lose 200 million pounds worth of income you would have gotten by not having this tax. So that's that. So we have then bringing it back home to say, what is it that if travel and tourism directly and indirectly globally contributes about $6.2 trillion in world GDP, which is about 9% universally, what is the proportionate contribution of travel and tourism to South African GDP? Is it 9%? Is it more? Is it less? If it is less, why? Are these policy issues? Are these because of product? Are these because of itinerary? Is it because of service? So we need to ask ourselves the question. And the theme of what I was trying to say was we have a great destination, great services. We've won lots of awards in South Africa. The last awards of the top 510 places to go to, 8 of those are in South Africa. So we're doing very well in that. But also to demonstrate that things like mega events are good drivers for travel, but the good drivers from that, they yield a lot of people-to-people contact. But more importantly, for a country like ours, it also showcases what infrastructure we have, what services we have. Deals with the stereotype that people outside in the developed world think we all are wearing skins with spears and we've got horns on our heads. We've got lions that are guarding us to push aeroplanes from the tarmac. It's to say, hey, there's a developed infrastructure, great banking services, great communication infrastructure, good service, good quality offerings, not a cheap destination, but good value for money.
Yes.
But we also recognize that we're a long-haul destination. We've got to remain competitive, but we must continuously ask ourselves, why are we not getting our proportional share of that long-haul destination? I'm told that we are now contributing around 3 or 4% of South Africa's GDP. Why? Why is that not 8? So clearly there are a lot of things we need to continue to do. So, but I also had the privilege of listening to Juan Lee, who was talking about what's in the mindset of the Chinese people. And it's been very heartwarming to hear that there are concepts in China like Guanxi, which are not dissimilar to our own concepts here in South Africa, Ubuntu.
Yeah.
So there is a lot that we can learn of what they have done, and there are a lot of opportunities. But ours is, how can we bring a lot of people to come visit our country? Because if they visit our country, they will impact in the GDP. If they impact in the GDP, we will grow jobs. Growing jobs will start to confront the issues of poverty and inequality.
Fantastic. Thank you very much for making time to come to speak to us.
Dupriya, thank you very much for talking to me.
This was Jabulane Mabuza speaking on the challenges of the travel and tourism industry in South Africa.